Good morning, everybody. Welcome. For today, we're unveiling two programs, and today we will have Mayor Jerome A. Prince, followed by Andrew Gross, who's the President and CEO of Alliance Steel, and then followed by Joy Holliday with two L's from Thrive Gary and Gary for Life. And with that, Mayor Jerome A. Prince.
Thank you, Michael. And thank you all for coming out this morning. I'm here to announce a couple of exciting developments in the city of Gary, and certainly one that includes one of our greatest partners, Alliance Steel. Before you guys even opened, Drew, you guys showed that you were true partners to the city of Gary, and for that, we're certainly appreciative of everything that you do. I think it was probably less than 12 days ago that we spoke about some other ideas and ways that we could create greater synergies, not only for you and City of Gary, but certainly for our residents. And in this particular instance, we're speaking of the youth in the City of Gary. Today, we're excited to launch our city's youth employment program along with our Thrive program. And I'll speak a little bit about both of those, as well as invite some of the members of our team and Drew up to talk a little bit more about it. The Youth Employment Program is an opportunity to employ up to 300 youth in our city, with opportunities to not only work within the city of Gary, but also with companies such as Alliance and some of our other partners in the city. I'm sure that it sounds cliche when you talk about putting people to work and the importance of it, but even more cliche when we say the term that the youth are our future. And even though that's a catchphrase, in this instance, and in every instance since I've been the mayor, we've exemplified that on every level that we can. And today I can absolutely attest to its truth, and the benefits will certainly be exemplified as you listen to some of our other speakers today. We want our younger generation to take on leadership roles, and we certainly want them to be employed, and we want them to have gainful employment. But equally important, we want them to be prepared for the employment opportunities or the workforce of the future. In my opinion, Alliance Steel represents certainly where the future is going, and to that extent, I'm really pleased to partner with both of you gentlemen today. Through the program, the Youth Employment Program, we will employ youth from across the city from the ages of 14 to 21. And as I said, some of them will have an opportunity to work in some of our local businesses. Yes, they'll earn money, but as I also mentioned, what they'll really gain is an opportunity for real-time work experience. And from my opinion, and certainly from my experiences, that is something that's invaluable. For the participating employers, they'll get some help for the summer, but more than that, they'll get the opportunity to meet young people and show them exactly what they do, as well as provide them opportunities to become future employees within their companies. We're going to continue to make Gary a better place, one step at a time, and today is just an example of the partnerships that we continue to establish across the city and across the region in order to make Gary the reimagined place that we all want it to be. Later, or actually last year sometime, and it was a little bit further than that, we launched a different program called Gary Thrive. Gary Thrive is a program that's coupled with our Gary for Life, and it's specifically geared and targeted towards youth violence intervention. And very shortly, you'll have an opportunity to meet Ms. Joy Holliday, who's the executive director of both Gary for Life as well as our Thrive program, and she'll share some specific details about both of those programs with you. But without any further delay, it's my opportunity and my pleasure to introduce a gentleman who, as I said, has been a partner to the City of Gary, certainly a friend of mine, and that is none other than the CEO of Alliance Steel, Mr. Andrew Gross. Mr. Gross? Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. So first off, I wanted to just take a moment and say how excited we are at Alliance Steel to kick off this tremendous program that we're involved in. That's the Summer Youth Employment Program. And we're always happy to do anything for the city of Gary because they have been a true partner as far as we're concerned on every step of the way. We appreciate everything that Mayor Prince has done, and thanks for calling on us to be at the forefront of this project. Alliance Steel is about 25 years old under my tutelage. We started in a small facility in Des Plaines, Illinois, about 26,000 square feet and about 12 employees. We are about to be housed in about 500,000 square feet, promptly, securely in the city of Gary. We had quite a tenure. We've grown up and we've moved our large facility here and feel really comfortable because you say, well, why the city of Gary? Because it's the crossroads of America. This is where east meets west, and the interstate access that we have in this facility is second to none. And we enjoy the relationship that we've had with the city and the local vendors. It's helped us grow to what we are today, which will now become close to 150 on our way to about 200 employees. I think you guys may know that we recently purchased the facility next door, and that will allow us to go to the next project to bring more of our local people involved with our company, which we are more than happy to do. We feel like we have a really solid workforce here. We already employ many local people. We intend to retain them. We intend to be permanent fixtures of Gary. We feel very welcome here and very comfortable in this environment, and the city has helped us make it that way. The addition of this summer youth program, I think everybody in the world right now knows how starved we are for labor. And this is a great entree for us to bring the youth in. And with us, we start a little bit older here. We're going to be in the 19 to 21 range because of the dangers of being in the steel business. So we really welcome this influx of, with this program, being able to train, onboard, educate these new young people that maybe this will become a career path for them and a great vehicle to whatever stepping stone, whether it's in management or sales or staying certainly on the plant floor. You know, that we think about what can we do to solidify our relationship with the city of Gary, which I think has been pretty much solidified over the last several months. But we have pretty large plans for next door. We have several different options of what we're going to do to enhance this area again. And that's why this program is perfect for us. We want to be involved in it. We want to show you what we can do to be better partners for the city and our next generations as they grow up, and we bring in the youth, whether it's a 14-year-old in an office situation or it's a 21-year-old on a slitting line. We're excited about that opportunity. And we see it, and I think whoever used this term that sent me this, it's a win-win situation for both Alliance Steel and for the city of Gary and for the municipalities surrounding us even. Our proximity to the mills, our proximity to the downtown, it's actually that way, downtown Gary. We look forward to making this relationship bigger and stronger every day, and we'll always want to be involved in these programs with you. Thank you. And I guess we'll introduce, yes, Joy Holliday. Thanks, Joy.
Good morning, everyone. Well, good afternoon. I'm Joy Holliday, and I am the Executive Director for the Mayor's Office of Violence Prevention. And as the Mayor stated, we have Gary for Life as well as Thrive included in our particular office. And to keep it very simple, what it is that I am responsible for, along with the Mayor and along with each and every one of our citizens, is to help create a safe and thriving community. So I would like to echo some of the Mayor's sentiments and thank the awesome team here at Alliance, which, by the way, we are seeing the value of our partnership exhibited here today. Globally, youth unemployment rate is approximately 3 times the employment rate of adults. And Alliance has given us the opportunity to prepare our young people for the global workplace and creating permanent pathways to employment. The Summer Youth Program is for ages 14 to 21, and they will work Monday through Thursday in private and government sectors. And each will also attend a dynamic leadership academy that's on Fridays for 8 weeks in a row, where they will work on their personal development as well as their professional development, like their positive self-images, money management, coping, and conflict resolution, just to name a few. So we're planning an exciting summer for our kids. Our Reimagine Gary team stands ready to connect youth to host employers such as Alliance and help mentor this generations of youth leaders. Our application is currently available on gary.gov, and the deadline to apply is Friday, May 13th. Also, if you are having or experiencing any issues with uploading any documents or either completing the application, appointments will be available at City Hall beginning tomorrow, where we'll be able to assist you with that process. So applicants, make sure that you bring all of your documents with you, and a team will be there to assist you as well. And you can call and schedule an appointment at 881-1300. And appointments are available Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to noon, and then once again at 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Thank you.
So yeah, once again, I want to thank Drew and his team over here at Alliance, and certainly thank you, Joy, for expounding on both of the programs. Joy mentioned a really important point that I forgot to mention when I opened up, and that is, in addition to teaching and showing our young people employment skills and how to become gainfully employed, we're also introducing our Mayor's Leadership Institute. That within itself is a critical component for the youth employment program, because oftentimes what we discover is that our youth have a certain perspective of what it means to become an adult. And in most instances, some of them choose to go on to college, and some of them oftentimes go to the military or seek gainful employment. But what doesn't occur, certainly if they take the latter alternative, is a proper pathway or training for them. And the Mayor's Leadership Institute is going to help instill skills on them that they could not only use as an employee, but certainly life skills that will make them more beneficial, not only to their families and certainly to their employer, but to the community at large. As we like to say, we're reimagining what Gary is, and certainly that is inclusive of all of our community, but in this instance, particularly our youth. So once again, thank you, Joy, and thank you, Drew, for everything that you've done, and I want to thank you both for everything that we're about to do. Today, as I continue to mention, we're talking about uplifting the youth in our community, and I can't think of anything that's more important than that today. In just a couple of days, we will have a couple more major announcements this week. In fact, this is a pretty exciting week for the City of Gary in general. We'll be joined by our Congressman Frank Mervan, in just a couple of days to announce the acceptance of over $10 million in grants for the entire region, but certainly the part that excites us the most is those that are being directed specifically to the City of Gary. And that press conference, I believe, is Wednesday at around noon or so. So please pay attention to that and stay in touch with us on that and any other issues that you're concerned with. So, without further delay, this is the part where we start to take questions from you all, but I just want to say that from my perspective, our team is doing exactly what we do on a daily basis, and that's continue to reimagine the city, uplifting each other, and certainly uplifting all of our partners within the city while we make it a better place to live. So, if there's any questions, yes, Carrie.
The application went live last week. Have you had any applicants so far? And if so, do you know how many?
I'm fairly certain we have. I don't have a specific number, but does anyone? No, so right now, Carrie, we don't have any specific numbers, but yeah, I take a look at it and we are starting to receive them, not only through that venue, but of course in this age of technology, you know, people are reaching out through Messenger and any other social media access that they can find. Thank you. Carrie, it looks like it's only you with the questions. You got another one for us, or? All right, well, without any further delay, we certainly want to thank you all for coming out today. Again, thank our partners, Drew and little Drew from Alliance Deal there.
I'm Andy and he's
Yeah. Thank you both again, and thank you, Joy, for everything that you do as well. Thank you very much. Yeah. Yeah, right. That's it, man. He's the one who does all the work, right? Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You know, what I was thinking is that maybe we can put a URL